Theresa May faces an all-out assault on Tuesday as hundreds of Brexit blocker MPs try to grab control and delay Britain's departure from the EU. The Prime Minister is braced for a series of crippling attempts to destroy her wafer-thin grip on the comments from Labour and Tory Remainers, with Downing Street expecting defeat over its battle to keep a no deal option. More than a dozen amendments have been tabled for the Brexit update to the comments that was forced on Mrs May by Tory Remainer Dominic Grieve. And Downing Street fears that Speaker John Bercow will side with the Brexit blockers by ignoring attempts by Mrs May to use her own amendments to unite her party and her DUP allies behind changes to her Brussels deal. Mrs May is expected to give ground on Brexiteer demands to return to the EU and demand changes to the Northern Irish backstop, with several backbench amendments tabled. Amendments with government support would usually be called by the Speaker, but Mr Bercow has repeatedly shown he is prepared to ignore such conventions. One Downing Street insider said they would be pleasantly surprised if Mr Bercow lifted so much as a finger to help, with Mrs May facing the nightmare of being sent back to the Brussels negotiating chamber naked. A separate government source warned it would be beating heads on should the Speaker fail to call a helpful amendment, a move that would trigger major uproar on the government benches. Last night some MPs were even urging an orchestrated comments walkout to try to destroy Mr Bercow's authority. A major threat to Brexit has also emerged from Labour's Leave.Ms Cooper, whose amendment would let Parliament seize control of Brexit if Mrs May does not pass her deal by next month. The former Work and Pensions Secretary, whose husband at Balls was Shadow Chancellor, will this week seek to move an amendment that could push Brexit back from March 29 to the end of the year. But analysis by the Change Britain campaign, which is pro-Leave, shows almost 90% of those supporting Ms Cooper's attempt to seize power have backed previous attempts to water down or halt Brexit. Thirty-eight of the 103 signatories voted against starting the process to leave the EU, and 43 represent constituencies that voted leave. Ms Cooper sparked fury both from Labour voters in her Leave-supporting Yorkshire constituency and pro-Brexit MPs over her bid to delay the UK's departure. The plan has sparked fear among Brexiteer MPs because, unlike other rebel amendments to block a no deal Brexit, Ms Cooper's motion could lead to the Prime Minister being legally obliged via a cross-party bill to postpone the departure. Yesterday, Leave-supporting Labour MPs joined with Brexit-backing voters in Ms Cooper's constituency to condemn her move. Manchester MP Graham Stringer, who backed Ms Cooper when she ran for the Labour leadership in 2015, urged her to think again. He said, "I would ask her to reflect that not only her own constituency but the whole country voted by a clear majority to leave. If we betray Brexit, the Labour voter in our northern heartlands is likely to go down at the next election, note up." That may not be obvious to our Labour colleagues in metropolitan, Remain voting London, but it's clear as a bike staff to northerners like me. Fellow Labour Brexiteer Catehoe, MP for Vauxhall, said, "Most of the supporters of the Leave.Ms Cooper amendment are MPs who want to stop us ever leaving. Ms Cooper's seat of Normanton, Pontefract and Castleford voted massively for Brexit, with more than 69% of voters backing Leave in the referendum. A petition has already been launched locally to get the MPs elected as official Labour candidate at the next election. One retired worker from the seat, Dennis Spade, 76, said he voted for Leave.Ms Cooper but "I don't agree with what she is doing now. I see it as a betrayal." Ms Cooper yesterday denied she was out to block Brexit, saying her plans for a cross-party bill would just allow Parliament to decide if we need more time to avoid a no deal.